Hello guys, welcome back to Buttons War, and today we will take a look at these Late Roman Cataphracts from Victrix Miniatures. If I am not mistaken, they are the latest edition for the Late Roman section. And, well, one of the newest miniatures. Or sets, because I think they were released something like a year ago, or maybe even not that, so they are sort of, new kit. Which is interesting about them is that you will not get the usual, 12 miniatures, but you get 16, which is probably for somebody, maybe even for me, well, sort of too much, because I'm used to play games where the units are for the cavalry are about 8 guys or 12 guys, so 16 is sort of weird number, but these are ideal for, buy with a friend and split them into half. So like with all Victrix cavalries, you have one sprue for horses, another for the riders. So let's take a look at the horses. So these are Cataphracts, so all the horses are, well, fully barded. We have 4 horses on the sprue. But what is interesting that we have 8 heads for them. So basically, if you are fielding unit of 8 Cataphracts, each horse will have unique head, which is, well, sort of nice. And you can see these are even ornamental ones, because after all, Cataphracts were not, your cheap horse cavalry. We have some lamellars here. Oh, all lamellars I see there is no chainmail head, which is, well, okay. But to be honest, I sort of expected one with so many variations. And as you can see, 4 heads are just with armor, and 3 of them, so 5 are with, so 3 are with some sort of knots or tassels, and 5 of them are without them. So these are the horses. And now take a look at the riders. And interesting part is there is no command sprue, but everything is just here. So you have 4 identical sprues with riders. Again, the guys are, as you can see, heavily armed. And they are one torso with lamellar armor, one with mail of chains, another one which is a mix of both, and the third guy is, again, chain, and interesting it's with the legs, so you cannot position him. So we have long spear, the famous contos, which is great that you have 1, 2, 3, 4, again. There are enough heads to make the all 4 guys with the spears, which is great because, after all, that's the, you could say, main weapon for the Cataphract. So it's great that you don't need to, mix swords here, which I think it's issue with the Victrix cavalry for the Byzantines, that a couple of them have swords and spears or lances, but you can make from the box full lance cavalry because there are not enough lances for them. There are one with which are hold in one hand. There are these which are hold 2 hands. This is nice, as you can make them charging or just galloping somewhere or sort of resting or at ease. And also there are enough swords. There are even axes. Supposed to be hung on the belt. And if I'm looking correctly, there are no, sword hands. So basically, you are forced to make them with the lances, which is interesting because I think Victrix is, usually full of these extra hands with the swords or axes, but they are not here, but doesn't really matter after all. So speaking of helmets, we have these, we could say, oriental helmets with face masks. These more like continental late Roman ridge heads. More of them. Some are more ornate than others. Some with chainmail faces. Some with crest. So interesting number of hats. If I see correctly, there is no hat without helmet, which sort of made sense for the super heavy cavalryman, but again, Victrix usually put in even for the armored boxes, lots of, helmetless, but this is not the case. And see, I almost forget there is even this Draco for standard. So you probably need to take one of these, upright lenses, snap the spearhead, and put the Draco here. And the Draco is really beautiful and detailed, as you can see. But that's, standard with the Victrix Miniatures one. Because all of their kits are sort of, sharp detailed and beautiful. With the hats, I think these are fairly, I would say, universal. Because there is a couple of, we could say, Eastern head which could be used for Sassanids. There are lots of late Roman heads which could be used from something like 4th century. And there is some more late style Spangelhelm types of heads, so they are usable even for the other centuries up to something like 9th century. But with the Eastern heads, these are probably usable even to the 10th, 11th century. And after all, I think if you want, you can head swap them for more like modern helmets. So this is really useful set because after all, there are some details which sort of change, but after all, Cataphracts look same for thousands of years, so you are free to go and hopefully no one will sort of bother you. So there are this diagram for horses and there are diagram for the bodies. Interesting, there is even the bit for the Draco head. So you don't need to, clip off the lens. Yeah, he's here. He's there the whole time. Okay, that's great. So here we can see the positions for the heads. So there are two guys which are holding it both hands, but not charging with them. And these are two guys with spear, with charging, one overhead and one more like brace-like style. So this was my unboxing for Late Roman Cataphracts from Victrix. And I must say that they are really beautiful kits. Although I'm not really sure how they will look glued together, or if the poses will not look sort of stiff. Because that's the issue with, you know, all Victrix miniatures, that they, well, look sort of, you know, stiffy with the two-handed lenses, but I hope this will basically Victrix 1 will look better than the others, because the quality of the plastic kits is, you know, somewhere else than for the Gripping Bees or Fireforge, which also do these plastic kits for, you know, Dark Age and late Roman Empire. But the quality of the kits, the details, and everything, it's, well, way above their league. So the kit looks beautiful, and I'm really looking forward to, you know, building them and painting them. And this is probably, on the first sight, it looks like, for me, one of the most beautiful Victrix kit up to date. And I'm being honest, because I bought this Cataphracts. This is not paid promotion, so I can be, you know, 100% honest, and I think they look great, and I'm looking forward to, you know, putting them together. So this was Spot Answer. If you like the video, don't forget to, you know, leave me something in the comments and subscribe, so you surely don't miss the next one. And hopefully I will see you there. Bye guys.